or that it shouldn't have the characteristics, or what exactly?
No. When it comes to when I said like these are voice actors, not voice impersonators, I meant like the certain way a Japanese actor plays a character. Like, let's say for example they have this like really, really, really deep voice that you can't understand one syllable at all, and then when they bring it over here to the States, the actor looks at the character, does his own take on it, and yet that's somehow bad. Apparently, I mean like when it comes to Goku calling Master Roshi old timer, that's just something. That's just a different way of talking to a person. It's like, hey, old timer, instead of calling him Master Roshi, it's just like one of those things. And it also brings up another point. When it comes to accuracy when doing scripts, like people complain that, oh, the English script is not as accurate to the Japanese version, and I'm like, well, it kind of can't be a 100% literal word-for-word translation because these things called mouth flaps and how many words we can fit in an English mouth flap as opposed to a Japanese. Oh man, these people know nothing about the art of dubbing.
I'll say this one quick thing, and to let Matt tomorrow finish this off. Then we gotta wrap this up pretty soon. But
okay,
when it comes to scripting, the reason they can't do a 100% accurate script is because it would just come off, because then it would sound very weird. Some of them, it's like, for instance, Krillin in the Japanese, where he's called Kuruin. I can't even pronounce that name.
Kurian.
Yeah. You put that, if you started saying these English actors saying that, I'd be like, what the hell is he? What's he calling Krillin? It's like, it wouldn't make any sense. So it's like they have to do that.
Certain things that literally like we can't fit in our mouth flaps and without sounding weird, because like look at some of the Gundam series. A lot of those are literal translations, like word for word. It's like they just translated it, and they come off as weird and awkward, and it's all part of the art of adapting from one language to another. You have to change some things around, still have the same meaning, but the wording is just, tweaked around a bit.
Mobile Suit Gundam was a perfect example of what a good dub can be. Really good with strong scripting. The original, when it got redubbed... Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you guys got cut off. I'll just bring this up, then Matt, tomorrow you can finish this one off. It's funny because apparently the Code Geass, apparently the Japanese voice actors, they actually said this. The Japanese cast said they liked Code Geass better in English.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of stunned about that. They said it was better in English, in their opinion. It's like, wow.
That's interesting, yeah.
Matt,
because you really don't hear much.
Sorry, Neo Game.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, you really don't hear much of... Well, I mean, the thing about anime is that, like, the Japanese do see what we do over here in the States, but, like, I don't really hear them say much on it, so that's pretty cool. But continue, man, because we've interrupted you for, like, 30 times.
That's cool. One thing that I've really noticed when it comes to animes, one in specific, one that I'm really enjoying is Cat Planet Cuties, which I'll be perfectly honest here. The advertisement for it, they're good at sucking you in because it's for mature audiences, so they put out the fan service there. And anyway, if you've seen the clip of the Twister game, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that sort of thing drew me in at first, and then I bought the Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and then I found out that this has a really good story to it, which to abridge it, shorten this up with the anime, because I don't know if I have the complete collection or if it's one season that's going to go into the second season, but the central story is it draws you in, which is there are these two different races. There's the cat race people, which I don't think they have a definitive race name, but they're based on cats, and their rivals, the dogs. They're sort of at this war, so to speak. I mean, the dog clan people, they've already established into Earth with giving their technology, and the cat people come to Earth to learn their culture, and this leads to the sub-characters, which is the main protagonist, which right off the top of my head, I cannot recall his name, but from his character, he's interacting with these different races, but at the same time, they're establishing his friends who have this pretty interesting background. One wants to work for the CIA, and the other is somewhat of a government assassin. And the twist is that they both have a crush on this character. And I find it rather interesting that they're pulling in the drama for it, where I'm currently at the part where the one who's this assassin type character who has had a crush on the lead character for a good number of years, but she's really meek when it comes to expressing her feelings for him, because the other characters wanting to draw him in, and to wrap it up, it just came to the conclusion, not the conclusion, but the realization that she's catching on that the other character likes the same character, and she's like, I'm not stupid, I can see that you're in love with him as well. You know, why are you being a hypocrite? And on top of that, the title sequence, which has really drawn me in, as I don't know if it's trying to establish that they're taking the source material seriously, because I know there's a manga. For example, the title sequence, it's in Japanese. I mean, the lettering is in Japanese. The intro music is in Japanese with subtitles, and it just gets this interpretation that they're trying to be, I don't know, more respectful to the Japanese culture. I mean, how do you take this, guys?
I don't know. I'd have to watch it to give full definition on that.
I would say probably the same here. Same here. When it comes to being respectful to the Japanese, when it comes to being respectful to the Japanese version by honoring certain things, well, I mean, usually it especially with dubs now, they do honor that sort of thing, but in some cases they do change them around for North American audiences, because there are certain things that, like certain jokes or things that you would only understand if you were living in Japan, in that atmosphere, in that society. Like with the Case Closed movies, they had one movie in particular where there was this whole theme. This guy was killing people. He was, and they had it tied to like the wording, the Japanese alphabet. He had it tied to like the strokes of the names and how that fit in. I mean, it's a pretty complex thing. Whereas over here, they changed that, since they changed the names, and people aren't going to understand that unless they know Japanese enough to understand the alphabet. They changed it over here, like, oh, this guy, instead of his name being referenced to 4, he has like 4 dogs or something, or 4 kids. So, you know, it depends on this from series to series, and if the audience is capable enough of understanding it. So, yeah.
All right, then. So we got to wrap this up in a few minutes. I just wanted to bring up one more topic. Blu-rays. I guess we'll bring up a quick minute for each one, which one Blu-ray we liked, what was good quality about it and stuff. Neo Game Spark, I'll start with you for Blu-ray.
Blu-rays? Well, you know, being a avid collector of Blu-rays, really, I'd say some of my favorites, well, recently, well, I consider this recent that I've collected. Let me see. I'm looking at my collection right now. I'm really happy with the Back to the Future trilogy, because I'd seen the movies when they aired on... Actually, I'd never watched them growing up. I'd seen them for the first time ever on Nick at Night when they were airing them, and I really liked them. So I bought them on Blu-ray, and I was really surprised at the visual quality, like the transfer of the film, how great it looked. I mean, the film is, I want to say it's 30 years old. Almost 30 years old. The first, I think so. I don't even remember when the first Back to the Future movie came out. Was it
1985?
1985, yeah, so it's almost 30 years old. The quality was fantastic for what you're getting. I really like that. Also, any Blu-ray that I get that's like a digibook that comes with like all this bonus stuff. Like I got the Close Encounters with the Third Kind, which comes with like 3 different cuts of the movie, as well as this interactive timeline and all this great stuff. Yeah, just generally, like, my favorite Blu-rays are the ones that I could display proudly on my collection, or the ones that I think benefited greatly from the transfer.
Matt, tomorrow, any Blu-rays you've seen that were just quality was amazing?
Let's see. Well, one right off the top of my head that I've noticed the sound quality and picture quality to be pretty top notch is Wes Craven's original Scream. I mean, I've seen it on VHS and DVD, but after having, I don't know if this has to do with the quality or not. Alone, minus the attachments, because of course I've got a 32-inch LCD TV, and of course basically my PS3 is my Blu-ray player, and I've got an HDMI cable attached to it, so of course that not only improves the sound quality and the picture quality, but I guess you could say it enhanced. I don't know if that has a direct effect in enhancing the film, but when I saw the film on Blu-ray, I could notice that the picture quality was much better. When you see, trying to think of David Arquette's wife. I'm blanking with her name. She was in Friends. I know who she is, but she played Gail Weathers. Yeah, I'm totally blanking here.
I think I knew who you're talking about. I forgot about, but
yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, when I see her on the screen, if you see her in the DVD format, you can kind of tell that there's no, scratch that. Thinking of the wrong person. Neve Campbell. When you see her on the screen in DVD format, you can sort of tell she's got freckles, but they don't basically show in the pores. In the Blu-ray format, you can completely notice that the minute you see her face up close. But I'd have to say, other than that, Jurassic Park. I have not watched the Star Wars Blu-rays. I don't know if Neo has them, but I hope that the Empire Strikes Back is in good quality.
Well,
because go ahead.
Sorry. Well, I'll just bring this quick up. The one Blu-ray I recommend anyone picking up, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead Army of Darkness, that's a great Blu-ray, actually. The quality on that was absolutely incredible. When I bought my Blu-ray player, I picked that one up for it. Oh my god, I was blown away at the quality on that thing. But we got about 2 minutes left. Anyways, I think we're going to have to wrap this up with special guest Neo GameSpark. Good to have you on.
Yeah, it was fun, guys. For the whole hour we were discussing all great stuff.
Yeah. You're welcome to come back if you want to be in the podcast again.
Yeah, maybe next time we can host these a bit more earlier.
Yeah. It's getting late. But anyways, thank you again, Neo GameSpark. Mm-hmm. And you've been listening to the Ash and Matt Tomorrow podcast. Any last words, Matt, tomorrow?
Oh, no, just thanks for everyone who's watching the podcast. Hope that we can bring in more listeners, maybe some people who want to participate. For example, encourage people to send in questions for us to answer, to give our thoughts on, any kind of topic.
All right, then. Well, you've been listening to the Ash and Matt Tomorrow podcast. And anyways, we will see you next week. Later.
Later.